Hello, class. This is my discussion post for this week. My apologies for the late video. It's been under the weather and had to figure out how to best navigate this week. So I think I was battling a flu. Okay, so for this week, we kind of did another family hike, and we went to the Marquand Trail and Tahoe Trail, which are close by here in Portland, close to OHSU. I did about 3.24 miles. Duration was about 2 hours and a half. And we were once again navigating with a stroller with my 3 year old. This time it was just me, my wife, and the 3 year old. But I think we went up to an elevation of 700 or 800 feet. Did not expect some of the things in from the research. So I once again kind of looked at different trails we could do together where I could still kind of push a stroller and from time to time maybe carry the little one. The Markham Trail, actually, depending on where you started, we started from the main parking lot. It was pretty difficult at the initial start, and I think that's like point 0.3 of a mile. It was pretty rocky. Had I known that's how it was, probably would have taken a different route. But we actually, through that was good experience because I ended up changing directions on our way back, and we found a better trail coming back. Still meet our distance, and definitely stayed right about the time. So it kicked my butt, but it was really good. Still enjoyed it. It was great. Um, what did I notice that caught my attention? That hike, I think two things. One, there was definitely more nature in the terms of animals. So we saw a slug, a very big slug crossing the trail, and so I stopped, had my daughter look at it. She just was having a blast through that. Lots of birds. Um, but it was a really nice trail when we got to some of the flatter surfaces, especially I think it's called uh, Tahi Trail. It was definitely very nice there, very beautiful, quiet. Um, so so that was one. I think just kind of the nature, and then two, it just felt really good when we had to climb, like we had to reach elevation status and then plateauing. I could feel like the shift. There were like rest periods through the hike, and really took advantage to slow down on those. I found that if I was going up on a climb, that staying focused and pushing forward was very helpful. Um, and definitely, we did a lot of the preparation with like the right amount of water. We never run out of water. Brought enough snacks for the little one, and it was just really, it felt perfect in that way. So definitely enjoyed this hike. It was the toughest, but I think the most rewarding in that way. So, what are three things that I learned from the pre-hike readings? I definitely really appreciated learning about what you need to do when you get lost. In terms of food and water, a compass or a GPS, bringing probably appropriate boots and extra socks. I didn't think about that, but that's actually a good one. You could easily get your feet wet. A blanket, I've thought about those blankets that they sell at like REI and stuff, and so those camping blankets are easy to pack, and so I think that could be very helpful. Flashlight, obviously. And so I think that was really, really helpful. So I'm definitely going to prepare. It's almost like you got to have a hiking pack or setup for the different seasons because it is crucial. And in the winter time or specific times of the year, it could be very dangerous for hikers. The lightning one was quite interesting, and watching the video as well. He probably shouldn't have been using his phone, and he should have been more in a uh, there wasn't proper shelter there, so probably seek protection, like it says, in a valley or depression in the terrain. So he would have felt more protected from the lightning. But that was good going through the lightning checklist. We looked at the weather. I wanted to make sure that I properly packed, and so it was nice that I brought in the right gear. I felt prepared with the right, layering and stuff. Um, the other thing was on the cold weather. I think what I found really interesting was the water preservation of keeping your bottle water warm during cold weather. Like I would have never thought about that. And reading through the material, keeping it upside down, bringing warmer water, the proper bottle with maybe some what they call it foam sleeves on the outside to prevent, and minimize and slow down the freezing stages, and then sipping through it. So I think there was an awesome week going through the materials and then doing this very different hike. So we'll look to see if I do a more just me and my wife hike. I'd like to see what that's like because it's been a tremendous workout taking the 3-year-old on a stroller who is still recovering from a broken leg. So thanks everybody and look forward to your feedback.